Just sit and do nothing. It's likely that you need the silence. In the modern day, in the modern world, it's so normalized to always be doing something, to always be filling the space, always be, filling the noise. It's just been so normalized with TV or podcasts or social media or the hustle culture to always be doing something. To always be taking in information or, outputting something into the world or doing something productive, keeping productive or keeping busy. It's just been so normalized in the modern day. And this is hurting us. This is damaging society. It's damaging our consciousness because we weren't made to always be doing something. We need rest and rejuvenation, especially our consciousness. Back in the day, like hundreds of years ago, there would be times when people would just sit and not do anything because they didn't have much to do. They didn't have the kind of, high dopamine distractions and things that we do, the access to everything all at once through the internet or the TV or whatever it is. Our mind, it needs this rest. No wonder that so many people feel exhausted and tired and drained and have immense brain fog and aren't present and can't think. It's because their mind is just getting a constant stream of information that's usually, an overstimulating amount of information if it's coming from social media, where it's like high, super overdrive stimulation. We're not designed for that kind of thing. So sitting and doing nothing, it doesn't mean meditating. It literally just means doing nothing. You just sit down on your couch or chair or bed or wherever and literally just do nothing. Don't even meditate, because meditating is doing something. Just do nothing. Like, when is the last time that people have done this, right? Maybe it's been a while for you. When's the last time you just sat and did absolutely nothing? Not tried to do anything, not went on the phone or read or whatever. Just sit and do nothing. This is so powerful. Because then our brain can actually process stuff. If we're always feeding it information, it doesn't have time to process. So when we actually just sit in and do nothing and just take in the silence and let our thoughts process, it's so healing, it's so beneficial to the consciousness. When I do this, I can actually feel and hear the thoughts processing in my head and different connections being made. And it's like I can breathe easier. I can think easier. My mind clears up slowly, after like 10 minutes of just sitting there. Because throughout the day, you're always doing stuff. You're making breakfast, then you're reading, or you're going out somewhere, always doing something. People are always doing something, listening to a podcast while they cook or go for a walk. It's so much information. We're not made for this. So we need to slow our minds down. And to do this, we just sit and do nothing. And it's so relaxing, it's so calming. we've lost this. We've lost this in the modern day. I remember I was talking to a native guy, and he teaches classes, and he says that, he'll just pause during a lecture to let stuff process, like a 20 or 30 second pause, just to let stuff process and to think about it. But he says that people feel they need to fill the silence, like the students feel they need to fill the silence, so someone will ask a question, or maybe it's kind of a forced question, or just start talking to fill the silence. But we've lost this way of just letting stuff sit, letting our minds and consciousness process what's going on. And then this allows our personal frequency, our pure soul essence, to come back to us throughout our day. Like, parts of us are here, parts of us are there, kind of spread throughout the day. But when we just chill out, don't do anything, just sit there, not necessarily with our eyes closed, open is what I usually do. It allows time for our frequency and our essence to come back to us and settle and realign, right? It's very grounding doing this. It's very grounding. It's nice to do it outside too, with your feet on the ground, like bare feet, that kind of thing, in nature, if you can. It's just so relaxing to sit and do nothing, because in this modern day especially, we've been programmed, conditioned to always be doing something, to be hustling, to be grinding. And this is bad, right? It should be normalized that we have time where we're not doing anything, where we're, recharging, rejuvenating. This adds just so much settling and peace to your day if you do this daily, or now and again. Maybe it's before your meditation, or maybe it's instead of taking a nap in the day. Just sit and do nothing. Seriously, this is just so powerful for raising your consciousness, keeping a clear mind, and a clear, fresh consciousness. Just sit and do nothing.